I also saw that keg stands with the Stanley Cup might be a thing of the past. Yeah, I reacted the same way. Alex Ovechkin, he took the Stanley Cup to the World Cup, a Washington Nationals game, even slept with it. And that's fine with the NHL. You're allowed to do that. But apparently, you can't do keg stands. According to the keeper of the cup, Philip Pritchard, didn't Philip Pritchard come into the man cave?
Yeah, hair parted down the middle.
Yes, that's true. Like a flock of seagulls type look?
More like a Cassidy brother who got into hockey.
The NHL would respectfully prefer that players not subject the trophy to keg stands. Their fear is hurting the Stanley Cup. Typically during a keg stand, a person does a handstand with their full weight on the keg, or in this case, the cup, while they drink as much as they can. We asked them politely not to do it, Pritchard told the Washington Post. You're just asking, you're not ordering. You got to order it. We're trying to preserve the history of the Stanley Cup. We don't want any unnecessary damage to it or a person in case they drop the person or he presses too hard or something. The final decision on whether the keg stand is banned will come from when the cup gets its annual tune-up. We'll see what happens when we move forward with the cup. Pritchard told the newspaper, at the end of September, the cup is going to get engraved and updated and cleaned and everything. We'll see how it is because we have to take it apart and everything. We'll know probably more then in early October. Once it's back for the home opener, our biggest thing is respect for it. I'm going to keep an eye on that story.
You think they disinfect that thing? I hope so. Maybe boil it or something.
Yeah, there are things that
gross.
There are things that have happened with that Stanley Cup that you'd rather not know. I remember when I took a sip when the Rangers won the cup and Messier said, you don't want to drink out of it. And I didn't know what was in it. And then I said, what's in it? And he said, if you have to ask, you don't get the drink out of it. So then whatever I drank, and then he laughed. He goes, I can't believe you drank that. I'm like, what was it? He goes, no, I'm just effing with you. But I didn't do a keg stand. Jimmy Fallon did a keg stand on the Stanley Cup with Ovechkin. But I had not heard that you could do damage to it. That thing is it's the best trophy in all of sports because you look at the history there. I think names are misspelled on there. Like it's pretty crazy to see the history of it. Now, do you add to that? Because there's only so much room to engrave so many names on there and teams on there.
Could you retire Cup 1, bring in Cup 2, make it more stable for keg stand usage?
Well, could I have a better foundation? Can I bring in a stronger base for the Stanley Cup here? Look at me breaking down the damn Stanley Cup.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.